Hello guys, this video is going to be about relationships, to seek a relationship, to not seek a relationship, or how to maintain the relationship you're already in. When trying to seek a relationship is not going to be an easy thing, especially if you are a targeted individual. You already know the reasons why, because your trust issues are at a high. The trust for others is at a low. And unfortunately, to maintain a strong, healthy relationship, you have to possess the desire to be willing to trust the other individual. So when you feel like you in that mode of I'm ready, I know my situation, but I have control over my situation as a target. It don't control me anymore. I'm going to live my life. You may get that feeling to want to have a mate or just to be around other people, period. The main thing to avoid is what they call a honey trap. A honey trap is when those seek you based off your likings and they use that against you to lure you in, to trap you, to make you think they're the best thing for you. But unfortunately, you must pray for discernment to be able to see what's a honey trap and what is sent by God for you or what is sent against you. And when you have that sense of discernment, it's the same thing as your intuition. The same feeling that you feel when you go out into the public and you can be amongst 100 people, and out of those 100 people you have the ability to be able to know who's against you. It can be one person out of those 100 people and you can pick them out based off your gut and intuition. That's the same intuition you want to take when seeking a new relationship. And always go into your relationship being cautious. Go into these relationships with an open mind, not going off of your overthinking that this person is against you, because not everyone is sent against us, okay? Not everyone is out to get you. It's your own mind playing tricks on you, making you feel like everybody's against me, everybody's against me. Trust me, when someone is against you, God will reveal that person to you, whether you wanted to know it or not. So go with an open mind, that putting yourself in that person's shoes as well. Let that person know what's going on with you. And then sit back and say, if I was that person and someone came to me telling me their story of being a target individual, how will I receive that information? For an example, I'm in a relationship. So when I start experiencing my targeting, I brought this information to the person. So how I distinguish if this person was for me or against me, I looked at their actions. I looked at how they responded to me telling them that I was a target individual. Because at this time, I had little information of what a target is. That person was more in shock. Then at the same time, that person was confused. At the same time, that person had questions. All those tied into me assuming that that person was not against me, because that person took the time to get answers. That person took their time to seek their own research by looking up their own information. And without me bringing the topic up, that person came to me like, look, I found this. This is what I think is happening to you. Could that have been a honey trap? I have no idea, but however, I pursued that person. That person did not pursue me when we obtained our relationship. This was a friend of a friend, and I was like, hey, I like that person. Let me see what they're about. This is before I knew I was a target, okay? So go in relationships with an open mind. And like I said, look into what a honey trap is. Also, go into a relationship ready to be a good communicator, seeking someone that is also a good communicator. Without communication, it will not work, because that's going to be your safe net. That's going to be your line of trust. You need someone that's okay with you asking questions so that you can feel comfortable and not realize they are against you. You need someone that's going to be there to listen and not to just respond. That's the key thing. When you are trying to express your feelings in your relationship about how you feel was negative or positive, the other person as well as yourself got to be there to listen, to gain an understanding, not to respond, to defend, or to give a response of why you feel that person shouldn't feel that way. It's not going to work. Then you have to be spiritually equally yoked. You got to be on the same spiritual realm. If one person's spiritual level is at a 0 and yours is at a 10 because you're trying to better yourself and walk the walk and get to know God, and that person is still rattling the fence, unfortunately, your spirits will back away from each other. You will feel that tense energy. Like they say, the energy in the room is so the tent. What is it? It's so tense in the room you can cut it with a knife. I believe that's how they say it. If I said it wrong, you know exactly what I meant. So I hope putting all these things together can help someone's relationship or help someone seek a relationship. But don't rush into something just because you're lonely. Look at all the red flags. You know the red flags if you've been targeted for a long time. It's okay to be by yourself. Look at COVID. COVID is forcing us to be by ourselves, whether you want it or not. It's forcing you to pick your circle. It's forcing you to create a smaller net circle to be with only those that are your immediate family. Okay, and if you have to be by yourself, the COVID is showing you it got to be you and God alone to walk this battle. And I feel that's the whole message of the 2020, for the truth to come out, for the people to be set free, for us to realize that it's okay to be by ourselves, because some of us are trying to fit in, or some of us was trying to be in the scene, or some of us didn't want to hurt people feelings because we didn't want to go around people because we don't like being in those public environments anymore. So we would still try to force ourselves to be environments just to maintain a family ship or a friendship. But with COVID, it's helping us be able to say, I can't go because of COVID. But hopefully that helped. Let me just go over some tips real quick when trying to obtain a relationship. It's not going to be easy for you or that partner. Go in there with an open mind. Get all your issues out of the way. The number one issue is overthinking and assuming everything and everyone is against you. Go in there with an open mind of saying, hey, if I was in this person's shoes, how will I react to someone coming up to me and telling me they are a target, right? And also be willing to communicate and be willing to tell that person what you need from them. Okay, so you tell them, hey, I'm a target, and they're looking at you like, what do you want me to do? Be willing to say, I'm telling this information because I'm trying to seek your comfort. I am controlled over my happiness. I'm not leaning on you to make me happy, but I'm leaning on you to help me when I am down in the world and it's stressing me out. I need you to be my safety net. I need you to be able to help me maintain that mental state to a level where I can be balanced out, because it's hard being a target. Nobody, all y'all that's walking in these shoes, I pat you on the back. I send you virtual hugs, virtual prayers, because it's not easy. Every day you go outside, people are staring at you, following you. I mean, just to go get your medicine, you know you got to deal with someone denying you access to all your necessities that you need. It's not easy. You got to battle your life every day. So to come home and have to battle on the inside of your home, it's not going to work. You got to get someone that's willing to be your peace, that's willing to understand and have patience, and willing to help you walk through this. Okay? But they can't carry you. Only God can carry you. But you have to have that partnership, that teammate. I hope that helps. And look out for honey traps. Not everything that glitter and gold is gold. Just pray about it. That's what I did. Like, unfortunately, some people did say that there's some people will start out being on your team, but end up being an opponent. Like I said, that intuition is a snitch. It will spiritually tell you, run. Put your track shoes on, Forrest, and run. And if you have to run, don't be scared to run. Okay, I hope I'm not just babbling and rambling on. Like I keep saying, I'm a talker. Sometimes I get sidetracked because I have so much going in my brain, what I be thinking. Like right now, I'm probably thinking of something totally different off a topic. and I almost went off a topic. So talk to you guys later. Hope that helped and answered that question. I know I took a long time to answer that. If I forgot anything, let's talk about it, and I will bring it up again in another video. Talk to you guys soon.